Breaking tonight, an urgent nationwide alert has been issued by none other than Donald Trump, and the country is already feeling the shockwaves. From coast to coast, social media is ablaze. Political analysts are racing to interpret every word, and citizens are debating the potential implications in real time. This is not just a statement, it's a wake-up call that has captured every corner of the nation's attention, and the reaction is already reaching historic levels of intensity. Donald Trump issued nationwide warning. Donald Trump sent shockwaves across the political landscape after releasing an urgent nationwide warning that immediately dominated headlines and digital platforms. The message, described by allies as one of his most serious in recent months, was framed as a critical alert addressing what he called deep and immediate concerns affecting the direction of the country. Delivered with emphatic language and a sense of urgency, the statement quickly captured the attention of millions, triggering a wave of reactions that spread across states within minutes. The warning was disseminated through his official communication channels, where it gained rapid traction among supporters who viewed it as a decisive call to awareness. Many interpreted the message as a signal of underlying developments not yet fully disclosed to the public, leading to intense speculation and heightened curiosity. Political circles were particularly quick to respond, with commentators analyzing every phrase for hidden meaning and possible implications. Within conservative communities, the alert was treated as a pivotal moment, reinforcing existing concerns about governance, national stability, and institutional direction. Influential voices aligned with Trump began amplifying the message, urging followers to remain vigilant and engaged. The speed at which the warning circulated underscored his continued influence over a significant segment of the population, demonstrating the power of direct communication in shaping national discourse. At the same time, critics raised concerns about the tone and ambiguity of the message, arguing that such warnings, when lacking detailed evidence, risk fueling confusion rather than clarity. Some political observers noted that the urgency embedded in the language could intensify existing divisions, especially in an environment already marked by heightened sensitivity to political messaging. News organizations reacted swiftly, interrupting regular programming to analyze the alert and its potential consequences. Panels of experts debated whether the statement pointed to specific policy issues, emerging national challenges, or broader political strategy. The lack of immediate clarification only deepened the intrigue, keeping audiences engaged and speculation ongoing. Behind the scenes, sources suggested that officials were closely monitoring public reaction, assessing whether the warning might lead to tangible shifts in public sentiment or behavior. Despite the intensity of the response, no official confirmation or supporting details were released, leaving the alert suspended between urgency and uncertainty. The nationwide warning not only reignited conversations about Trump's role in the political arena, but also highlighted the speed at which a single message can reshape the national narrative, drawing attention, stirring emotion, and influencing the tone of public debate in real time. Sudden major alert sparks coast-to-coast political shockwaves. A sudden major alert sent ripples through the United States, creating immediate political shockwaves that extended from coast to coast and dominated public conversation. The unexpected nature of the announcement caught both supporters and critics off guard, injecting a new level of intensity into an already dynamic political climate. Within moments of its release, the alert became a focal point of national attention, drawing responses from across the political spectrum. The message's abrupt arrival contributed significantly to its impact, as there had been no prior indication of such a statement being issued. This element of surprise amplified its reach, prompting rapid dissemination across digital platforms and news networks. Citizens, analysts, and political figures alike rushed to interpret its meaning, resulting in a surge of commentary that reflected a wide range of perspectives. In major cities and rural communities alike, discussions quickly turned toward the implications of the alert. Some viewed it as a strategic move designed to command attention and influence the national agenda, while others believed it pointed to concerns that might soon be substantiated with further information. The uncertainty surrounding its intent only intensified engagement, keeping the topic at the forefront of public discourse. Media organizations responded with urgency, shifting their focus to continuous coverage and inviting experts to provide insight into the possible motivations behind the announcement. Debates unfolded in real time, with analysts examining not only the content of the alert, but also its timing and potential consequences. The situation evolved into a nationwide conversation, with each new interpretation adding another layer of complexity. Political leaders and commentators offered varied reactions, ranging from strong support to cautious skepticism. Some praised the alert as a necessary intervention, while others warned against drawing conclusions without verified details. This divergence in response highlighted the broader divisions within the political landscape, as well as the powerful role of messaging in shaping public perception. The shockwaves generated by the alert extended beyond traditional political arenas, influencing conversations in workplaces, households, and online communities. The widespread attention demonstrated how quickly a single development can capture the national spotlight, driving engagement and prompting reflection on broader issues facing the country. Social media erupts within minutes of high-stakes announcement. Within moments of the high-stakes announcement linked to Donald Trump, social media platforms were flooded with reactions, transforming the digital space into a fast-moving arena of debate, speculation, and amplification. The speed of the response underscored the immense reach of online networks, where millions of users engaged with the alert almost instantly, pushing it to trending status across multiple platforms. Hashtags connected to the announcement surged rapidly, with users sharing interpretations, concerns, and support in real time. Influencers, political commentators, and public figures quickly joined the conversation, adding momentum and shaping early narratives around the message. Video clips, screenshots, and short analyses circulated widely, contributing to a fragmented yet highly active information environment. Supporters of Trump were among the first to mobilize, framing the announcement as a critical warning that demanded attention. Many posts emphasized urgency, encouraging others to spread the message further. At the same time, critics questioned the lack of specifics, with viral threads dissecting the language and intent behind the statement. The digital reaction also revealed how quickly misinformation and unverified claims can emerge during breaking developments. Competing interpretations began to take hold, with some users presenting theories that ranged from plausible to highly speculative. Fact-checkers and independent analysts attempted to keep pace, working to verify claims as they spread. Major platforms saw record engagement levels within a short span, highlighting the role of social media as a primary channel for real-time public response. The announcement's online impact extended beyond politics, drawing in users who might not typically engage with such topics but were pulled in by the scale and urgency of the reaction. Support base mobilizes rapidly, amplifying message nationwide. Supporters of Donald Trump responded with remarkable speed following the alert, rapidly organizing and amplifying the message across the country. Within a short time frame, coordinated efforts emerged online, with dedicated groups and communities pushing the alert into broader public view through shares, reposts, and targeted discussions. Grassroots networks played a significant role in expanding the message's reach, utilizing digital tools to ensure it remained highly visible. Supporters framed the alert as a call to awareness, encouraging others to engage, discuss, and remain attentive to further developments. This collective action created a ripple effect, allowing the message to penetrate beyond core audiences into the wider national conversation. Online forums and messaging groups became hubs of activity, where individuals exchanged interpretations and strategies for keeping the alert in circulation. The rapid coordination highlighted an established infrastructure capable of responding quickly to key moments, reflecting a high level of engagement and organization within the support base. Public figures aligned with Trump also contributed to the amplification, using their platforms to reinforce the message and encourage continued discussion. Their involvement added credibility among supporters and helped sustain momentum as the alert gained traction. The nationwide spread of the message demonstrated the power of decentralized communication, where individuals acting independently can collectively drive significant visibility. The speed and scale of the mobilization emphasized how modern political messaging can evolve rapidly, transforming a single statement into a widespread movement of attention and reaction. Critics question lack of clarity and concrete evidence. Criticism mounted quickly after the alert issued by Donald Trump, with opponents and analysts raising concerns about the absence of clear details and verifiable evidence. The message, while framed as urgent and significant, left key questions unanswered, prompting skepticism across political and media circles. Critics argued that such high-impact statements require transparency to avoid confusion and prevent unnecessary alarm among the public. Policy experts and commentators pointed out that without specific information, the alert becomes open to interpretation, increasing the risk of misinformation and exaggerated claims. Several noted that in a highly polarized environment, ambiguous warnings can deepen divisions as different groups interpret the message in ways that reinforce their existing beliefs. This dynamic was visible across public discourse, where competing narratives quickly emerged. Some political figures called for clarification, urging that any claims tied to national concerns should be accompanied by credible data or official confirmation. Others suggested that the tone of urgency, combined with limited substance, could undermine public trust over time, if not followed by concrete evidence. Media outlets also highlighted the gap between the intensity of the language used and the lack of supporting details, further fueling debate about the message's intent and credibility. Media outlets shift to nonstop breaking coverage mode. News organizations across the country rapidly shifted into continuous coverage following the alert from Donald Trump, interrupting regular programming to focus on the unfolding situation. Television networks, Digital platforms and radio stations aligned their reporting to provide real-time updates, expert analysis, and live discussions aimed at unpacking the significance of the announcement. Anchors and correspondents worked to gather reactions from political leaders, analysts, and insiders, creating a constant stream of content that kept audiences engaged. Special segments were introduced to examine possible interpretations of the alert, with panels debating its implications for national policy, political strategy, and public sentiment. The urgency of the coverage reflected the scale of public interest, as viewers turned to trusted outlets for clarity. Digital media platforms mirrored this intensity, publishing rapid updates and opinion pieces while tracking public reaction across social networks. Live blogs, push notifications, and video commentary became central tools in delivering information as the story developed. The competition among outlets to provide the most timely and insightful coverage further accelerated the news cycle, turning the alert into a dominant national story within hours. Analysts debate motives behind timing of the alert. Political analysts across major networks began closely examining the timing of the alert issued by Donald Trump, questioning whether it was strategically aligned with unfolding political developments. Some suggested the move was designed to reassert influence and dominate the national conversation, while others viewed it as a response to behind-the-scenes events not yet public. Rising political tension fuels public uncertainty and division. The alert linked to Donald Trump intensified political tensions nationwide, as differing interpretations deepened divisions among the public. Supporters treated it as a serious warning, while critics dismissed it as vague and alarming, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty, where debates quickly escalated across communities and digital platforms. Government agencies quietly monitor escalating reactions following the alert issued by Donald Trump. Federal and state agencies began quietly monitoring public reaction, tracking social media trends, news coverage, and community responses. Officials are reportedly assessing potential impacts on public sentiment and national stability, coordinating internally to ensure readiness should the situation escalate or require official clarification. Nation awaits clarification amid growing speculation, 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 amid growing speculation. Across the United States, citizens and political commentators alike are closely watching for clarification regarding the alert from Donald Trump. With speculation running high, debates intensify over its true meaning and potential consequences, keeping media coverage and public discourse sharply focused on deciphering the alert's intent. As we've seen tonight, the alert from Donald Trump has ignited a cascade of reactions across the country. Supporters have mobilized, amplifying the message, while critics demand clarity and evidence. Media outlets have shifted into non-stop coverage, and political analysts are dissecting the timing and possible motives behind this unprecedented statement. Government agencies are quietly monitoring the situation, while public debate continues to grow in intensity and reach. From the surge of social media activity to the polarized interpretations shaping communities nationwide, this alert has become the focal point of national discourse, leaving the country on edge as speculation continues and citizens await further clarification.